Hello, Ty. How you doing, mate? Hiya there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've had to do the streaming part a little bit different tonight. As you know, I've had a bit of a problem with one of my cameras. My Canon M50 has given up the ghost. So I've had to do it another way. Hi, Tiani, welcome in. You'll have to excuse me, folks, for taking my eye off the camera because I've had to put my webcam is now a GoPro, which I never normally use. So I've had to put that on a tripod, which is a little bit higher than what I normally use. Siani, I'm all good, thanks. Yeah, I'm not too bad at all. Can everybody let me know whether the picture and the sound is good? I'm not 100% certain with these GoPros for webcams, to be honest. So I just thought I'd come on and do a live tonight, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how long it lasts. Hi, Jane. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Hope you are too. Hi there. Ty, have you started your channel up yet, mate? Have you got out? Hiya, Andrew. Welcome in, mate. Yeah, so I'm kind of, at the moment, just sorting this GoPro out as a webcam. I was using, I'll show you actually, I was actually using this one, but for some unknown reason, it just doesn't turn on anymore. So I'm going to have to send that in and get that repaired, because that's the one that I normally use on it. So I will do that. I'll send it in. I'll get it repaired, and hopefully we'll have that back up and running very soon. So let me just, my microphone's there we go, that's better. My volume was really high because I've actually been editing today. Myself and Moxley actually went out, so there will be a video coming very soon. And that's me there, look, no bed. Ty, so you've not actually started it yet, no? What is it you actually need, mate? What is it you need to actually get started? Let me know. I might have a couple of spare things, I don't know. And I won't know until you actually get on and tell me. Alexander Parkhill, hello. Welcome in, mate. Baz and Joe Hodge, hello, welcome in. Ah, right, okay. Ty, I can't really help you with that, mate, to be honest. I can advise you on what you might need, depending on what software you're going to use, but as a computer, a full system, no, I couldn't do that, mate. I couldn't supply that. So, hi, Adele. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, so with me not being in work today, I just thought, you know what, sod it. I'm going to try and connect me GoPro up. And I'm going to try and go live on YouTube tonight. So, as I said, just let me know if the sound quality's all right, if the video quality's all right. As you can tell behind me, I've actually got a green screen now, which I had anyway. It was just upstairs because I didn't need it. Right, what else have we got? Mandy Heels, welcome in. She says welcome in everyone. I was actually just reading hers then, but anyway. Welcome in Mandy, welcome in Baz, welcome in Ty, welcome in Siani, welcome in Adele. Yeah, it's fine being on both. Right, okay, so the video and the sound quality, because it's in my headphones, it's a little bit echoey, to be honest, but that could just be my headphones that are doing it. So it might be just the fact that they're slightly too high. So I'll turn them down a little bit. There you go, that's better. That's not too bad now. So, yeah. Anyway. So what's everybody been up to? Is everyone enjoying this decent weather that we're getting at the moment? Oh. Well, cables everywhere. As you can tell, they're all normally put away. But because I've been messing about with the system today and sorting things out, they're all over the place at the moment. So, anyway. Hello in Cumbria. Mandy, thank you. It sounds fine. Good. That's good. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, so, as I was saying, folks, I have been out recently. I was out with Moxley the other night, and we were just travelling around, to be honest, and he remembered a place that he'd been sent or advised on, and we ended up going there. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it was like, because you'll find out, because the video will be up. But, yeah, what an intriguing place. It started out as a bit of an explore, ended up with a bit of an investigation, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you anything else. So, haha, keep you on suspense, or in suspense, I should say. Camping tips, Ming. Are you and Mox got anything planned? Baz, as I just said, we actually had, we were out the other night. We have been talking about doing another camping place very shortly. I'm actually only in work for the next 4 days, and then I'm off for a couple of weeks as well. So, unfortunately, my holidays have not aligned with Moxley's holidays, because he's just gone back to work after having some vacation time. But obviously, we've got to work it round the shifts that we actually do and the people that are available. So, because of the availability that I had, I've actually brought mine forward by 1 week, because there was another person that was off at the same time, or my manager was off at the same time on the second week of my absence, blooming heck, my annual leave time from work. So I've actually brought mine forward a week. So, you know, we've all got to make sacrifices in life, and unfortunately, on this occasion, I had to bring mine forward, because obviously we couldn't both be up at the same time. But that's by the by. I'm sorry for looking away, folks, but I'm trying to keep my eye on the chat. Now, I don't know if I can pull the chat. Oh, I can actually pull. No, I can't. I can, but it's... Right. Let me see if I can get it back to where it was. Don't really need that. Right, I have absolutely no idea what I've just done. So I'm just going to extend that. See, I'm learning as I'm going along now, because I've never actually done it before with this. So, Siani, where's that? Gorsianon, is it? Is that what it's called, that place? Ah, in Swansea. So is that what people have been doing then recently, going out and going to the beach and enjoying the hot weather that we've been having? It's broke a bit now, folks. Where I'm from anyway, it's rather cloudy outside and rather windy, so I do believe we might have some bad adverse weather on the way. Aren't we supposed to be getting hit by another storm shortly? Is that what they said? Because I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, folks. Right. So we've not spoke for a while. So I thought it was about time to actually come on and speak to people. Hi Jackie, 444, welcome in. Yeah, I thought it was Adele. I thought it was supposed to rain soon. Hi Michelle. You've been at your mum's pampering day for your mother. No wrong with that. Nothing at all wrong with that, folks. So Seattle is just outside Swansea. I must be missing something here. I probably have, to be honest. Sunday at 7, Ming. Yes, Ty, it will be. Oh my God. My other half's actually sat behind the green screen here, and I've just heard a sneeze.
I said hello.
Oh, right, okay.
I did say hello in the chat.
Right. Never mind. As you can hear, she's definitely there. I must have missed that, Julie. I did miss that. I must have done. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. Not a problem. Michelle, I bet you have today. Thank you, Shiana. Yeah. She's been out gardening today. She loves the garden. Which I'm glad of, to be honest, because I can't abide gardening, to be truthful. It's not my thing. So...
Hello, Mrs.
Never mind. Yeah, so, apart from looking after your mother, what else has everyone been up to? I've got to be honest, I've not been doing a great deal apart from working at the moment. I'm sure you can appreciate, but with the kids being off school as well, the parents are off school, they're doing a lot of online shopping at the moment. And obviously we're very busy because of the deliveries that they want us to make all the time. So, unfortunately, I haven't had a great deal of time to get out, but it's slacking off a bit now. Obviously, I think the kids go back to school this week, so yeah, Andrew, same as me, to be honest, mate, just working. No, don't do gardening. I have someone to do mine. It's massive. Mine's not massive. Well, I should say ours isn't massive, but it's just one of them things that I can't be dealing with. So we've got rain forecast tomorrow and the rest of the week. Absolutely fantastic. But to be honest, I'm not that bothered. You know, like I say, Jackie, stop sleeping so much. You'll sleep your life away. Yeah, so even though there's no videos on this week and the last couple of weeks, I just wanted to come on and say hello. because believe it or not, I do actually miss the interactions that I actually have with people on here, and it's crazy the way it seems. It really is. So I just thought, you know what, sod it. I'm going to go on and I'm going to say hello, because I've not said hello for a long time, have I? So I don't know. I'm just pressing things on here now. No, don't shut that down. I'm pressing things on here now because I'm in a software that I don't normally use, and it's just told me if I press yes, it'll close everything down, so I'm not going to press yes. I don't want to be doing things like that, do I? What else have we got? Looking forward to video. Ming was gutted about Walton Hall. Absolutely. Walton Hall was somewhere that I don't think I've actually been to. Now, the last I heard, it was sealed up solid, so I never actually got there. But I know Mox was on his way there with Lottie, and them two, honest to God, if, from what he's told me, since obviously I've spoken to him since he's put his video up, but from what he's told me, if he wasn't running late that day, them two could have possibly been inside that building. Now that is a scary thought, because looking at his video and from what he's actually, you know, the conversation that we've actually had with each other, that place went up rapidly. And if them two got stuck in there, I personally don't think they'd have got out. I think the smoke inhalation would have actually overcome them. So it could have been a lot worse. Now, thankfully, you know, they never actually got there on time. And I'm glad it started when they were walking to it rather than when they was inside it. But they've both been so lucky on that night. Now, with that said, it is heart-wrenching that a building that's that old and dates back to, I believe it's 1704, has been gutted by a fire is absolutely unbelievable. It really is. That's a lot of history that this country has lost yet again through some person's idiotic stupidity, or it could have been an accident. I'm not sure. I've read things about it. I also am aware that there's supposedly, and this is only what I've seen, there's a 14-year-old girl been arrested on for arson. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. But my God, that's a lot of history wasted, and we will never get that back. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Why they couldn't actually do something with it in the first place before it got set on fire, or, you know, in my opinion, it got set on fire. Why they couldn't do something with it, I just don't understand. I really don't. They could have actually made it an attraction, to be honest. So, hi Mick. Welcome in, mate. Sorry, I'm just getting to it now. Yeah, Mick Jones, welcome in, Paul. Hi, Mark. Welcome in. Mark Chester. I'm not sure if I've missed anybody else. Hello, Kelsa. Kelsa. New to the chat. Well, welcome in. Just say hi. Nobody will bite. We're all very friendly. And if they're not, just for you, Kelsa, I'll kick them out. I won't. But I would never do that. I would always give somebody a warning first. But this isn't that type of community where we seem to get a lot of backlash, which I'm glad of, because that's not the intention. The intention was to make a community where we can all come, we can all chat to each other, and we can all interact on a social manner with social behaviour. That's all it is. There was Adele, they were really, really lucky to get out of that flat. Well, to not even get in there. And from what I've been told, it was only because he was running late to get down there. But Mark, you've heard she's been charged, right? You know more than I do, mate, because I've not actually heard that part. In fact, let me see if I will. Let me put it on it. As you can tell, I'm actually on my PC. I'm just going to have a look on Google now. Look, you can see how bright it is now. Right, there is images of it. That was on the BBC. I'm just having a quick look now, folks. Right, so they actually got there at 16 minutes past 8, apparently. God, there's nothing left of it now. Such a shame. Right, it doesn't actually say on anything there. I'll keep having a look and see if I can actually find anything about somebody being charged with it, but I've not seen that. I'm not aware of that, so I can't confirm or deny. But thank you, Mark, for letting us know. Yeah, so I think that Guardian Angels were with them. I do, Jackie, to be honest. Michelle, with regards to the parents, I don't really know. They probably are disgusted and they probably are overwhelmed. But I don't really know. In this day and age, I'm trying to put this as carefully as I can. I don't think they have much control. I don't think anybody has much control over what their children do nowadays. We've all seen it. I'm sure we have. We've all seen it where kids have been growing up and, you know, you can't tell them off. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's difficult to chastise them. I don't know whether that's the right word. But there's not a lot you can do with children nowadays without you getting the backlash of, oh, you shouldn't be hitting them and all this lot. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm from that era, and I suppose a lot of you are as well, that got brought up, and basically, if you did something wrong, you got to crack round the ear hole, you know. And if the police had to talk to you, your parents would probably tell them to give you a crack round the ear hole as well. Well, that doesn't happen anymore because you can't do it. ISK, welcome in. Adele, I'm not really too sure whether they had anything to do with it. She's just saying there, I wonder if the kids that were there had anything to do with it. I really don't know. I think if the child has been charged, I'm not even 100% certain that they can actually give the name out because of them being 14-year-old. So I don't think we'll ever find out in that respect. No, they don't. They don't have any respect. Children nowadays don't have respect at all. So, yeah, SK, I'd be mortified if it was one of mine as well. But again, you know, what do you do to stop it? Now, I've actually seen today that Hiya Kez, welcome in. I'm not sure you've been in here before, have you? Is this your first time? If it is, welcome. Don't be shy. Say hello. Say hello to all the other people that are in the chat, because they don't bite. Michelle, PC's gone wrong. Do what I do. Switch it off and back on again. That's my IT. No, they don't seem to. No children seem to have respect at all today, folks. So, you know. Yeah, she's a minor. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read that she was 14, if that's correct. Yeah, Adele, it will be up to the judge, but I would say that 99% of the time they don't allow it. Mark, okay, mate, no problem. Yeah, you send me the message. I'll make sure. I think it's on my normal one at the moment, so I'll make sure it's on the Mings one for you, so it comes straight through. We did indeed, Andrew, and that's the problem. When we were younger, we learned how to respect our elders, because it was. I was then going to say it was kind of ground into us that that's what you do when you were a child. It's not ground into us, but it was taught to us that way, to give our elders more respect, or the respect that there is due. I mean, I look back now and, you know, I look at kids nowadays and it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, here's a typical example. Me and the other half were coming home from work the other night, and we got onto this estate where we live. And as we're driving down the estate, we looked across and there was probably 8 to 10 kids out on the footpath. And you could tell they were up to no good. 2 of them had ladders in their hand, you know. So it's just crazy. Unless they were flying a drone, it got stuck in a tree, or, you know, a ball got stuck up a tree. But I don't think they'd be doing that at like 20 past 11 at night, because it's pitch black and they can't see it anyway. But it is what it is, you know. I can't confirm that they were 100% up to no good. I might be totally wrong, but it's highly unlikely. Yeah, Mark, that's true. We knew where the line was when we were kids, and we knew not to actually cross it, otherwise we'd all get in trouble. And I think that's the difference with today's upbringing. And I'm not blaming all the parents, because it's not them, you know. I'm not blaming them at all, because our government are the ones that we have to blame for that, because they've took a lot of the respect away because of things that they've actually changed. So, you know, I'm not having to go at children's parents. I would never do that, because everybody brings children up their own way. You know, I was no different to somebody else. You know, I brought my kids up and I didn't hit my children, purely and simply because I didn't need to. I mean, Moxley's missus will tell you. I just had a look, you know. I used that look, and as soon as I used that look, they knew, oh, let's back off, kind of thing. So I didn't really need to hit my kids when they were growing up. Not that I wanted to anyway. Gangs have set the hall on fire before. Yeah, I'm just reading that, Mark. About 6 years ago, apparently, but they actually saved it then. Amanda Hills, we did fear the consequences of our actions, but now it's as if nothing happens to them, and that's part of the problem. It is. I agree with you, Ty. To a certain extent, I'm not saying that all parents should beat crap out of the kids. I don't agree with that at all. But I do think there should be some sort of initiative given back to the parents to, shall we say, direct their children at an age where they can do. Because once they get to a certain age, they don't care anyway. But, yeah, I agree with that to a certain extent. Give them back some responsibility to make sure that the kids know right from wrong, kind of thing. And if they do wrong, they need punishing for it. And that's part of the problem. They're not getting that punishment anymore. To my mind, anyway. You know, I'm not saying that's right for everybody. That's just, excuse me, folks. That's just the way I see it. And that's my opinion. And my opinion alone. And as everybody is, they're all entitled to their own opinions. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It was just, she's saying, from my nana, the look was enough. And this is what I was saying before. I hope she comes on, or Moxley comes on, or whoever. Because I know they've been out up to Winter Hill again today. But yeah, if she comes on, hoping that she will verify what I've actually said, because that's all I ever did. And if I did hit the children when they were young, it was very few and far between, because I personally can't remember ever actually doing it. So, yeah, hopefully she'll come on and she'll verify what I've actually said. So, you see kids out 2, 3, 4 in the morning walking the streets, and yet parents don't think, where's my kids? Agreed, Ty. Agreed. I don't understand it at all. I really don't. Mark, when's my next episode? My next episode is in the process of being done, and it will be on Sunday, mate. It definitely will. As I said before, I'm in now for the next 4 days. I keep saying nights. Now, as you all know, I no longer work nights. But I've got that used to saying I'm in work for the next 5 nights or 4 nights. I still do it now. But yeah, I'm in work for the next 4 afternoons, Tuesday to Friday. I finish at 10 o'clock on Friday, and then I've got no work for 2 weeks after that. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So I can't wait. Adele Richards, yeah, they took responsibility from them, then they wonder why kids do what they do as they now get their own way. Agreed. And that's what I was trying to explain before, probably in a bad way, because I'm that crap at explaining myself anyway. But when they took that responsibility off the parents, and the parents then got chastised if they did anything to their children, that's where I think we went wrong. That is my opinion, and my opinion alone. So, yeah, Mark Chester, my dad was the worst. You didn't get on the wrong side of him. Agreed, mate. Agreed. I can't agree with everybody's sentiments any more than I already am doing. Because you knew at that time, if you did, you were in for it. Autopilot. No problem, Mark. Michelle, what do you mean by autopilot? Any thoughts on a place you'd like to do next, Ming? It's funny you should say that, to be honest, mate, because myself and Mox have been talking about a place that not only I would like to do, but he'd like to do as well. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell you where that is because I'm going to keep it secret. I'm not. But yeah, that will be happening. So, do you know, there's a place that I'd love to go back to. I've done it once, and I've only done it once, but I'd love to go back there. Because I seem to have lost my mind on that night. And there was things happening, and I've looked back over the footage that I've actually took, and there was things happening on the night that I just couldn't understand. And it sounds daft, but even though I was there, I felt like it wasn't me that was actually doing the investigation. And I don't understand it, and I don't know why. And I would love to go back and see whether the same thing happens again, or I could actually do an investigation without that feeling. And I'll be honest with you, folks, that would actually be the Ancient Ram Inn. I would love to go back there and do another investigation. Even if it wasn't on camera, I would love it. Because I absolutely love that place. It was spooky, it was eerie. The history of it is unbelievable. It's on the ley lines, or so they say it's on the ley lines. It was one place that just didn't feel right to me at all. The second floor especially. I know it was a bishop that was there. I know it's the bishop's room, but I kept calling him a vicar for some unknown reason. And this is... Did you hear her laugh then? And this is why I want to get back there, to be honest, and try and do it again. So, at some stage or other, I will get back there. Near me, SK, near me, there's a family, let their children play out till 11 o'clock. And you're on about, oh, Jesus, under 10. My children was paid by 7 and then allowed books for bedtime. Yeah. Michelle, no problem. If you've got work to do, you've got work to do, Flower. Thank you for popping in, and I'll speak to you soon. There's nothing for them to do. Oh, there's nothing for them to do now as well. They close everything down and take parks away. I agree, Adele, but to be honest, round here, it's not as derelict in that situation as it is at a lot of other places. There is things for them to do round here. I mean, I live not too far from Heaton Park, you know, so there's a massive park open. If you walked out of my house here and walked to the end of my grove, there's a big park right across the way. I know, and I'm aware, and I understand not everywhere has the same things, but hey-ho, I don't have control over what they do spend and don't spend on things like that. You know, hopefully, they used to have youth clubs and all sorts, didn't they, when we were kids, where you could go and hang out, and now I don't see very many of them, to be honest. Hello, Mrs. Ming in the background. Was a tie. We're trying to find an investigation video where you had the really bad coughing episode, mate. Think it was you and... Right, let me just get that back because it wasn't me and Mox, it was me and Danny, I think. It was me and Nighthawk. And that was at a place in Liverpool that we actually went back to, but they locked up solid. We couldn't get back in. That was in that one particular room, wasn't it? I remember it. I remember it distinctly because I couldn't get through the doorway. And I had to go back to the room that we were actually in prior, before we went down the stairway. I think that's the one, Ty. You're right, Siani. That's the one. It was Nighthawk that was with me. Hello, Jackie. Welcome back. Bye, Michelle. Speak to you later. Hello, Lisa. Sugar Mum. Sugar J Mum. Waiting but here. It doesn't matter whether you're late or you're not. You can't be late if I'm still here. Yeah, Ty, I'm sure that's the one. I remember that place, Sienna. I remember that place real well. Yeah, hi, Lisa. Anyway, welcome in. How are you getting on? How are you doing? I know you've been going through, I'm sure it's you that's been going through quite a bit at the moment. Okay, Mark, no problem. Yeah, I'm sure you've had a few things happening, haven't you, just recently? So, yeah, crazy. Why do I have to, he's asking me to sign in to go to YouTube. I don't understand this thing. So, I've never signed in, and now it wants me to. Well, it can bugger off, because it's working, so I'm not doing it. Anyway, folks. Yeah, so there's a couple of things lined up in the pipeline. I'm going to have to get out camping again because I do enjoy that. It's sleeping out under the stars, and I've ended up buying a slightly bigger tent than what I had. I was taking my tripod with me, but because of the tent being so low and so small, I couldn't actually put the tripod up and then put my camera on top of the tripod without it hitting the top of the tent. And basically what's happened is it's been rubbing a hole on the inner tent. So I've actually bought one very similar to what Moxley's got, and there's plenty more room in it. So the one that I had was a 2-person tent, but the one that I've actually bought is a 3-person tent, so it's slightly bigger. Probably going to take me about the same time, to be honest, to put it up. But to be truthful, I don't actually think I've put it up yet to test it. So that's something else I'll have to do when I'm off. Ty, if I can remember, in fact, you know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can find out. Let me go to my channel. And it was a while ago, I know that much. Let me see if I can remember which one it is, mate. And if I can, I'll let you know right now. But you'll have to bear with me. Because... yeah, Mox doesn't help me do anything. I'm trying to figure out which one it was. See, I'm not sure now. Right, that's the RAF base. It was well after that, I'm sure it was. Because there was only me and him. There was me and Nighthawk.
Dale's going.
Tube. Never mind. I can't. I'll have to look back on it, Ty, and see if I can. Bye, Adele. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Anna. Welcome in. Yeah, I think we're getting a lot of new people in. Because I don't remember speaking to Anna before or being in the chat. But welcome. Thanks for nipping in, Adele. Speak to you later. Yeah, I'll have to try and sort that out for you, Ty, see what I can do about it. Like I say, I remember the exact video that you're talking about, but I can't remember what I've actually called it on the channel. So I will try and find that out for you. But that was a while ago, that one, mate. That really was a while ago. Andrew, you got Queen's Park and Mossbank Park. So whereabouts are you, Andrew, if you don't mind me asking? Right. I've been about... Oh, okay, Anna. Well, I'm glad you finally plucked up the courage to actually say hi. Welcome to you. Yeah. So that's what's been going on for the past few weeks in my life, as it were, and that's about it. Apart from being busy at work and writing things down and getting stuff ready and, you know, buying blooming green screens and stuff to come on to do the lives, because obviously for those that missed it before, I will tell you, this is the normal camera that I use for going live on YouTube. This camera does not want to switch on at all anymore, so I'm going to have to send it in. I'll get it looked at and see whether it's actually worth repairing. Now, the camera itself isn't actually that old. The camera itself is approximately 3 years old. Out of warranty, obviously. It's a Canon M50 version 1. So if anybody knows anything about them, just let me know. And the reason that I use this for the lives is because of this screen. Obviously, I mean, it's a 180-degree screen. You can twist it, put it away, take it out, put it whichever way you want. But I want to continue doing it because, to be honest, I've not long bought this lens for it, and it is a 16mm f-stop 1.2, which actually gives you the blurry background, and hopefully you'll have seen that in the last couple of lives that I've done. So I do want to continue using it, but obviously to do that, I need to get it repaired first. All right, thanks, Ty. Yeah, he says his mum and dad like watching myself and Moxley. So, well, tell him I appreciate that, Ty. Thank you. Yeah, and I hope they subscribed. Oh, what a crazy day. What a crazy day. Anyway, folks. So, come on. Tell me what you've all been up to. Explain to me what it is you're doing. Is everybody back in work this week? Are all the kids back in school this week? Do you have kids at home? Tell me whatever you want. Tell me what's your best food? What's your go-to food? Let's put it that way. Hiya, Helen. Welcome in. Oh, my neck's gonna crack. Never mind. Tell I'm getting old, folks. You can tell I'm getting old. So, right, let me put a bit of light on down here. Oh no, there it is. There we go. Look at that. You like that? That's good, isn't it? It's not. Do you know what? I don't even know why I've got these on, to be honest, folks. All I can hear is myself talking. So, but no problem, Ty. Thanks for popping in, mate. You have a good night. Chocolate, Mandy. Chocolate's your go-to food. Oh, dear. Right, SK's been working today. He's now chilling with us. Oh, no problem, Helen. What part? Where are you from? Is that the reason that you don't normally catch a live broadcast? No worries, Ty. See you soon, mate. Jackie, you like lamb. I don't mind it as long as it's cooked slow, so it gets all the fat residue out of it. If it's done quick, it's too fatty for me. Mark Chester getting old fast, Ming. I know I am, mate. I know I am. Sienna loves cooking and baking, proper comfort food. So true. There's nothing more satisfying than having home cooking. Oh, Lisa. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. And it's not surprising that you've been trying to keep yourself busy. It really isn't. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lisa. My condolences and everybody else's condolences that's on here. Wow. Oh, you're not too far away from me, Andrew. You're not too far away from me. Folks, can we all send some love to Sugar G Mum? And I'm not sure whether you've seen it, but for the loss of her husband, who she actually buried last week, I am so very sorry for your loss. But thank you for also joining in this evening. Wow. Jackie's from Leeds. I know that quite well. Yeah, crazy. Wow. I don't know where to go from there, to be honest, folks. It's not the nicest thing. It really isn't. RSK's in Chesterfield. Right, okay. Well, I'm sure everybody knows where I'm from. I'm a Manc, born and bred. I still live in Manchester. Who knows? Oh well. Yeah, that's crazy. We know, Matt. We know you're from Liverpool, mate. Yeah, I know you're from Liverpool. So, wow, folks. Sugar, you've not said a lot. Are you okay? Hiya, Christina. Welcome in. I'm just reading the comments, folks. That's all. I just want to make sure that Lisa is okay. That's all. Yeah, I agree, Mandy. With time, it does get easier. You don't forget. You never do, but it does get easier. I just want to make sure that she's okay, that's all. I feel obsolete now, to be honest, because I know there's nothing I can do. There's no way I can contact her. You're right, Mark. We are. We're all one big parafam. We certainly are, mate. Yeah. And we're a parafam that doesn't put up with. I'm just going to say we don't put up with bullshit on this channel. Thank you, Lisa, for coming back to me. And yes, I agree. He is at peace now. I know that feeling very well. As you know, it wasn't that long ago when I lost somebody, and yeah, I do understand. And if you need to reach out to me and you need to speak, I'll be a shoulder to cry on. I'll be somebody to sit there and listen. If that's what you want. If you want to do it yourself, then you know that's entirely up to you. But I'm letting you know that if you want to reach out to me, you can do. Yeah, it's loss is a sad thing, but we all know it happens. It comes to us all in the end. You know, none of us can live forever. Crazy, eh? Absolutely crazy. Anyway, yeah. So I've forgotten. I've actually completely forgotten what I was going to tell you, what I was going to talk about. It might come back to me very shortly, but I doubt it. Yeah. Yeah. Sugar, like Mark says there, we're all here for you. If you need to reach out, please do so. Don't be frightened of it. As you know, I did the total opposite and I regretted it. And I'm willing to sit there and be your ears if that's what you need. Okay? So he did sort of made me laugh as he did go with a smoke in his mouth. Oh, my days. Look, the thing is, at the end of the day, and you know, you might hate me for saying this, but if he knew it was coming, why not? Why not? Just enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. If he knew it was coming, why not? Just enjoy the time. That's the main thing. Anyway, this knobhead is going to finish off his cup of tea. God, you're noisy. She's really noisy, that one. She is. Terrible. Anyway, I'm just looking. I don't even know how long we've been on, to be honest. Can somebody give me some idea of how long we've actually been on a live now? Yeah, I've not got a clue. What was it? 7 o'clock-ish? I'm not bothered, folks. It doesn't bother me. Wow. I've not got a clue, to be honest. So, apart from sorting a few things out, this knobhead. This knobhead here hasn't been doing a lot. Yeah. And that, believe it or not, that cup there was bought for me by one of my nieces. Now I'm going to have to slap her silly when I see her. Yeah. You're probably right, SK. You're probably right. Oh my God. A double whammy. Bloody hell. Mind you, you got to look on the bright side of things, haven't you? She lost her first husband in an accident. Wow. That would have been hard. And then actually found somebody else to love and continue. So, let's look on the bright side. Wow. Lisa, you didn't bring a dampener to the live. It just brought back memories of a few months ago, that's all. And I can tell you, time does heal. Time does make it better. Time makes it easier to deal with. But you'll never forget. Ever. Helen, you're from the East Midlands. Now, believe it or not, Helen, I used to live down in West Midlands for a couple of years, down in Redditch. Place called, I think it was Winyates. I mean, I was only young then, but yeah. Christina Ty's actually gone now. Yeah, he said, go on, get out.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time anyway. She needs to be back in that garden, folks, finishing it off. Because there's no way I'm doing it. Do you want to turn that down? Yeah, I don't want that coming through as well. So, yeah, crazy. So, yeah, on an upbeat, shall we get back to the upbeat side of things? Yeah, I've got things planned. I've definitely got things planned for the 2 weeks that I'm actually not working. My intention is to get out there and get as many videos as I can. Now, with having said that, I'm not a great finder of places that are abandoned as such, so I rely on other people to do that for me. because I personally don't know how to do it. Now, Mox has tried telling me in the past, but I've just not been able to pick that up. Shiana, she won't come on an investigation with me. She's not interested in that part of it, although she will, what was I going to say? Sorry, she'll sit there, she'll watch it. She is a believer, but she's not one of them people that would actually come out and do an investigation. To be honest, she doesn't like dirt. So if she gets a bit of dirt on a trainer, oh, all hell lets loose, and she's running in the kitchen, getting a cloth, getting a towel. Oh, look, I've got dirt on my trainer. Get a buggery, woman. And yet she likes gardening. Go figure. Yeah, somebody said, hello, Jew. Helen said, hello. Helen Bassett, UK. Mark, not a problem. Thanks for joining in, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. She normally does, SK, to be honest. She normally makes us coffee anyway. So... yeah, Christina, I enjoy... yeah, I enjoy working with Moxley. SK by her son. Well, she's actually got them. She has. But she, again, you know, like I say, she's in her trainers now doing the garden. She's got wellies. She doesn't use them, but then complains when her trainers actually get dirt on them. Crazy. Helen, may I ask, does she have OCD? Not a chance. Not a chance. She doesn't care what it looks like. She'll put one thing in one place, something else 3 feet away from it. She'll put a knife on one side of the table and a fork on the other. Couldn't care less. Hello, Amy. Welcome in. Sorry, I've just seen that. Right, let's all reply to Amy A. She's asking how it's going. It's going all right this end, Amy. Christina, to be honest, being involved in the paranormal side of things doesn't actually frighten me as much as... not frighten's probably the wrong word, but I'm more afraid of meeting up with the living than I am with the dead. Proper normal paranormal is very, 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 very rare. I'm not sure whether you all know about the shadow figure that I supposedly caught in one of my early videos, and it's that early. It was myself and Nighthawk that were actually doing the video at a derelict nursing home, I believe, in Yorkshire. Now, I didn't actually realise that the shadow figure was there. I didn't know in the editing process that the shadow figure was there, because it wasn't long really after I'd started editing. And it was actually another subscriber who slowed the video down and came across it and actually got in touch with me and told me. Now, I can tell you since then that a production company in New York actually contacted me. I mean, I'm talking a couple of years ago now. they contacted me to see if I was willing to let them use the footage that I'd actually caught. Now, I would love for somebody to actually figure out what it was, why it happened, if it was at all possible. Now, some people might say, oh, you've done it in editing. I didn't have the slightest idea how to edit anything at that time. Not a clue. Still don't to a large extent, but I get by. Amy, the community here is fantastic. I do get by with what knowledge I've got on the editing side of it. If you watched the last video that I actually put on was the only video that I actually uploaded a preview of the upcoming video before it was actually out. Now, that's because I got the video ready. I actually got the preview ready, but I didn't know how to upload the preview with the video at the same time. Now, it was Moxley that actually came to my house and he showed me how to do it, because I wasn't going to ask him. I didn't ask him. I just said to him, oh, bugger, I've forgotten how to do it. And he went, yeah, I just do this, this and this. Now, with somebody that's been doing something for a while on a PC, it's second nature for them. It's not for me. Okay, so what I tend to do now is anything that I get told, I write it down in a book. And it sounds silly, but I might not use that process for another 6 or 7 months. But at least I know if I wrote it down in a book, I've got the process written down and I can actually go back onto it. Now, I do that purely and simply because I do it a lot at work as well. So it makes sense for me to do that. But like I say, at that time, when the company from New York actually got in touch with me, I hadn't got a clue about any of the editing and stuff like that. Because if I remember rightly, I don't even think I was on or using DaVinci Resolve at the time. I think I was still using, I think it was called One Shot, which was a free open source editing program that you could actually download and use. I had no idea. But if there's somebody out there that can actually slow it down, take a look at it. I can't send them the original footage because at that time, and stupidly, I wasn't saving any of the footage because, excuse me, I was using a little laptop at the time, which was an old laptop, which is why I think I wasn't using DaVinci Resolve. And the hard drive was only something like 512 megabytes or something like that. I know it wasn't very big. So I was actually just saving the video that I'd made out of the footage that I'd actually used or I'd gained beforehand. So I was keeping the video, but I wasn't actually keeping the footage at that time. Now, obviously, looking back on it now, I keep everything because now I've got something like 24 terabytes of storage on my PC. So I just keep absolutely everything. And then when I'm actually storing the original footage, I can press it anyway. So that basically gives me double the amount of size that I would normally use because it's been compressed. I've missed something here. Are you going to go to the Priest Cottage, Ming? I'm not actually certain where that one is, to be honest, Lisa. I could ask Mox. I think he's been. I'm not 100% certain where it is. What the hell is she talking about? All right, yeah, it's not her thing. Now I understand. Yeah. Jackie, you're not the first one to have actually mentioned this about the alerts for the videos. Right. Apparently, YouTube recently have done a massive update and changed the way they do things. So not everybody is getting alerts at the moment. The best thing that I can tell everybody is obviously make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and then turn on your post notification bell if it's been switched off on the update. If it has, obviously turn it back on and just press all. If it hasn't and it's still on, it's all down to YouTube because of their massive update, the way they've started doing things at the moment. So I understand, and it's frustrating, but there's nothing I can do about it, to be honest. Oh, right. Why are we putting... I don't understand why we're putting... I missed something, obviously, but there's... Lisa's put in an address in the chat. Have I missed something? I might have done. Don't know what it is that I've missed, but I've obviously missed something, folks. Anyway. Yeah, so that was the thing with the company in New York actually getting in touch with me. So they did actually take the footage. We did an interview over Skype or Zoom or whatever it was. It's a while ago anyway. So we did that. And then apparently they've... Well, whether they've used the footage in theirs or not, I don't know. Oh, that's the Priest Cottage, is it? Right, so that's the address. Right, okay. I never knew that. I didn't realise it was actually not that far away. For those that don't know, I'm only about 40 miles away from Leeds anyway. So... I live on that side of Manchester. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that, folks. Now, I've been trying to get somebody to look at this footage for a while. But, hey-ho, if there is somebody out there, and I don't care who it is, because I've got nothing to hide. The thing is, I know for a fact there was only me and Nighthawk there. And the reason why I'm saying this is because at the time, I didn't see it. Editing, I didn't see it. Somebody else saw it and then contacted me. And what makes it actually intriguing to me is the fact that when it happened, Nighthawk was actually in front of me in a hallway. Okay. And then this shadow appeared on the right-hand side of the footage, and then as quick as it appeared, it literally just shot off to, well, that'd be your right-hand side, wouldn't it? But it shot off to the right-hand side. And I could not explain it. And I still can't to this day. And I'm hoping there's somebody out there that might be willing to actually have a look at the footage. Obviously not the original footage because I don't have it. But they could have a look at the video itself. And then let me know what they think it is. Because as I say, there was only myself and Nighthawk there. He was actually in front of me. There was nobody behind me. We're walking down this little hallway, and then this shadow just appears and then shoots off rapidly on the right-hand side of the footage. Now, when I say it happened quick, it happened quick. So the footage itself would need slowing down. Now, I don't know how to do all this, so the footage itself would need slowing down. But the one thing that I can guarantee is that there was only the two of us there, you know. I mean, we got frightened to death before we actually got in there because there was a cat on the wall outside, which frightened the living bejesus out of us. So, if there is, let me know. Jackie, I'm Alton Moore. Can you remove your address, Sugar Mum, just for your safety? Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think they should. Yeah, I'm gonna... oh, what are we doing here? Oh, right, that's something else I've just found out. Right. Right, does somebody know how to remove that? Because I don't. Folks, updated user and pick. Nice. Ah, I see you dropped the UK. Christina, it was creepy because, like I say, I mean, I didn't realise it had actually happened. And it was probably about 2.5 years ago or something now. It wasn't long after I'd started doing the investigations. And like I say, I had no idea what I was doing at the time. I was trying, obviously, but I'm not forthcoming on software. Oh, excuse me, folks. Yeah, so it was creepy. It was even creepier when I got told about it, but hey ho, you know, it is what it is. So we can't do anything about it. We just have to go with the flow. Anyway, folks, I've no idea what time I had to come on here, you know. I really haven't. So I think with that being said, folks, can I just ask you one quick question? Jackie, I've done 30 East Drive, love. I've done it twice, and to be honest, not a lot happened on both occasions. Yeah, I've done that. I've done the Ram's Head Inn. I stated earlier, that's a place I'd love to go back to. But yeah, 30 East Drive, to be honest, for me, it was quiet on both occasions. Not a lot happened. And it's not somewhere that I'm really rushing to get back to. I mean, if I went back, it might be totally different next time. But on the last two occasions that I've been, not a lot happened, to be truthful. Ah, right, okay. I thought it was Lisa, to be honest. Can I remember what video it was? Are you talking about the one with the shadow figure in it, Lisa? If you are, now just bear with me. Right, which one bloody was it? See, it looks like... Right, videos, why don't they all seem to be coming up? Sorry folks, I'm trying to get into this. Now I know for a fact there's more video. Oh, that's why. Yeah, go to the next lot. That's probably why I couldn't find the other one before as well. If I remember rightly, it is the one that I need, because I've put quite a few on now, so it's the one with the funny thumbnail. Let me open up. Right. Batley Hospital, that was in Yorkshire. I don't actually know whether that's open now. Let me see. Yes, I do remember the one for the shadow figure. And that is Paranormal Abandoned Derelict Nursing Home. And that was, oh my God, 26th of December 21. So, yeah, wow, I've been doing this nearly 4 years now. My God, I don't remember that. So I remember which one that is because I've obviously spoke about it a number of times. But if you look at the comments on that video, you will see a guy's actually broke it all down and put the time that the shadow actually appears. And when you slow it down, because I actually had a look, and when you do slow it down, you can actually see it. Yeah. Christina, yeah, it's a real shame about Walton Hall. So, Lisa, I hope that's the one that you're thinking of anyway. I can't believe I've been doing it for nearly 4 years now. Wow. That was unexpected. Very unexpected. Anyway, folks, I think that'll do for a live for today. And I will say thank you to everybody for joining in. And I really do appreciate it. It was fantastic of you to do that. There will be a video coming soon. I'm in the process of editing one at the moment. And until then, as always, folks, look after yourselves and each other. And I'll speak to you very shortly.